Welcome to another week of fun and games from Japan. Football at your doorstep. This is the J1 League Goal Zone, fresh off the press and delivered straight to you. Full set of fixtures this week with the hot team of the moment, the Marinos, taking on troubled Vegalta. A fight for fourth spot on the cards between Kobe and Kashima, while the leaders Kawasaki took a trip to Hiroshima. Back-to-back victories for the Marinos, and they were now 11 unbeaten. Still the only side capable of mounting a challenge behind Kawasaki. They had Vegalta in their sights next. Only 3 wins this season for the visitors. It would be a tall order for them to come away with their 4th in Yokohama. Glenn Mascarenhas with your commentary.
Sugihara. Marcos just putting that in the goal area. Oh, could that be one? And yes, it is! Yes, it is! Absolutely unexpected. Was getting close. It did not have as much of conviction as his previous strike, but Sierra makes it 1-0. Gentle enough header, and it's Slovic was caught out of position. Well, sometimes the most unexpected can reap the most benefits. Here Sierra chests it down, gets a bit of a helping hand, goes in for the header. It's a clash of sorts there, and that ball finds its way home. Well done by Marcos to put it in first into the goal area. Oh, what a shot! What an absolutely marvelous shot! Picked that up, disposed it straight to the back of the net, and you would have the defense of Vegalta left ball watching. Leo Sierra, well, just coming to the party once again, and that's exactly what you need. It's 2-0 now, so a goal on either side of the half for Leo Sierra. That's as unexpected as it got. Just got it, decided to knock it home, and Vegalta Sendai left ball watching. Whatever were they thinking of? Yes, Sierra, that could be a goal, and yes it is! Clinical finish there. Didn't take too much. Lovely assist and a lovely finish. And it's the Brazilians who are coming to the party. Sierra says, here's one back at you, Marcos. All it needed was Marcos to tuck that in. And really, if you ask me, the Vegalta defense just left split wide open there. Open season for F. Marinos, and they've capitalized on it. Marcos, all that he needed was to keep his calm, and that's what he did. Lovely connect. It's now 3-0. Here's Sierra back again, and that's the hat-trick! Absolute magic! Leo Sierra on fire today! It's 4-0, and Sierra has just picked out his 3rd. There's no stopping Sierra. It's Marcos, just got it past the half line. Beautiful layoff there. Sierra got in on top of it, went one-on-one with the goalkeeper. As usual, the Vegalta defense really looked like they were just decorating or lacing the area, and it needed a finish. Sierra keeping his absolute calm here. He knew he was going to get that in. And that's the 5th goal. It was a long time coming. Giuliano has hit the target. It's now 5-0. And Vegalta Sendai's worries just continue right through this game. So a hat-trick for Leo Sierra, a strike for Marcos, and finally Giuliano has decided to knock one in. So 5-0, that changes the outcome of the game as far as the goal differences are concerned. It's still going to be a victory, hands down, for F. Marinos. And that's full-time. Full-time at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. The final score here at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. It's Yokohama F. Marinos 5, Vegalta Sendai 0, with Kevin Muscat maintaining 2nd position for his team and a massive victory at home.
Kobe and Kashima came into this one level on points as both sides looked to build towards a top 3 finish. Vissel completed a double capture of Yuya Osako and Yoshinori Muto, both returning from lengthy spells in Europe. They will be much needed arrivals in terms of firepower with the recent departure of top scorer Kyogo Furuhashi to Celtic. Here's Paul Macefield.
Yes, they're caught waiting for the ball there. Doi. Strike comes in, pushed away to safety. It was Doi who found Araki, who pulled the trigger. Bringing the best out of Mikura. Tsumomoto doing well. Everaldo, and again, double save and deflected as well, I think, off the line from Kikuchi. Well, he must wonder what he's got to do to score. Did ever so well there as he let it go across his body and drilled it in. It's a stunning save at that near post, but look how quickly he reacts, the keeper. He does well and it hits the back of Kikuchi. Nice ball forwards, flag stayed down. Muto has options in the middle. Yamaguchi's getting there. And there he is! To bundle it over the line. And all the toil of the previous 79 minutes comes to fruition. Taro Yamaguchi, the 30-year-old, gets his 4th goal of the season. And he'll never score an easier one. Onside, I'm sure VAR are looking at it, but by the feet and what we can see there, it does look as though he was just fractionally onside. And what a big goal this could be. It's a wonderful ball in from Muto, and take nothing away from Douglas here, who runs in front of the keeper to put him off. And then that run from deep, Yamaguchi arriving in the right place at the right time to just pop it over the line. Not the cleanest of connections, but he'll take it all day long. It's good play. Very, very good play from the youngster. And a lovely ball forwards. Chance to finish things off. Sakai just couldn't get there. There's not long left, so it has to sprint all the way back in. Vermaelen just clears his lines. The referee looks at his watch, puts the whistle to his mouth, and it's all 3 points, an advantage to Vissel Kobe. But that is a big, big win and a big, big result for Vissel Kobe, who take the honours here in the MEIJI YASUDA J.League 1 match. Vissel Kobe 1, Kashima Antlers 0.
From the top of the table to a mid-table clash now. Gamba and Tokyo have been struggling to make that push into the top tier. Inconsistency from both sides had seen Gamba collect 9 points from their last 5 games, while the visitors had only managed 7. 7 minutes in and Gamba developing play down the left-hand side. Hiroki Fujiharo cutting this one back for Takashi Usami, and he forces a save from Go Hatano. Into the second half now, and Ryoya Ogawa picks the ball up direct from a corner. His left-footed strike hits the post. Gamba with a good chance in the 68th minute. A cross from the right-hand side finds Fujiharu. His header superbly tipped away by Hatano. Still no goals with 3 minutes left. Thiago Alves with the free kick surprises everyone by going directly for goal, and it's just over the bar. 90th minute now, and one last chance for Tokyo to collect all 3 points. Kyosuke Tagawa! 0-0, this one finished. Having held the leaders to a goalless draw last weekend, a buoyant Kashiwa were now faced with another top 3 side, Sagan. With only 17 goals conceded this season, Reysol needed to be creative to break down the Tosu backline. But the first chance fell to the visitors, and only in the first minute. Tomoya Koyamatsu testing Kashiwa's goalkeeper Kim Seung-gyu. Sagan with another opportunity 12 minutes later, this time from the dead ball, Yuta Higuchi, and that takes a deflection off the defensive wall for an early lead. And they would get a second goal just after the half-hour mark. Yoshihiro Nakano with a shot that the goalkeeper can't hold on to. Koyamatsu follows up, and that's 2-0. Seconds later, and they almost put the game beyond doubt. Ryohei Shirasaki with a right-footed drive, turned away by Kim's legs. But if Kim's legs were strong, Park Il-gyu's were not. Cristiano pulling one back for Kashiwa, and that's 2-1 after 37 minutes. Looking for the chance to equalise now on the stroke of half-time. Hiromu Mitsumaru's shot, this time palmed away by Park. From the resulting corner, they would have a second and third bite at the cherry. Yuta Someya's shot just cleared in front of goal. Yuji Takahashi's header off target. Into the second half now, Nakano with a cross from the left-hand side. Koyamatsu with the slightest of touches to put Sagan Tosu 3-1 up. Having been fooled by that deft touch 11 minutes earlier, this time Kim was equal to the task as the ball ricocheted its way into his hands. 16 minutes left now. Nice chest down by Raul finds Richardson, who turns and eventually gets his shot off. It's deflected, and that is a superb save from Park. Just 2 minutes later at the other end of the field, a beautiful ball in from Noriyoshi Sakai. Koyamatsu stretches and can't quite get that one on target. Towards the end of the game here, Sagan Tosu looking to put some icing on a very well-baked cake. Great control from Sakai, but he couldn't quite apply the finishing touch. With just one win in their last 10, Shonan had dug themselves into a relegation hole. Faced with fellow strugglers Shimizu in this round, both sides would need all 3 points as they try to salvage their season. Shonan's first opportunity on goal came in only the 4th minute. Naoki Yamada stretching to get that one on target, and well saved by Shuichi Gonda. Gonda's opposite number, Kosei Tani, was called upon in the 18th minute as Benjamin Kololi had his effort turned away. On the 30-minute mark, stand by for a delicious cross here from Shota Kobayashi. Wellington, it seemed, had only to put his head on the ball, and that's 1-0. But if anything, an equally good goal came in the 45th minute. Yuito Suzuki with a very strong run, finishing smartly to make it 1-1 at the break. Shimizu looking to go ahead on the hour mark. Terukuihara squares this just inside the penalty area. Suzuki can't quite find the accuracy he needs. Not too many chances in this game. The final big effort came in the 68th minute. Satoshi Tanaka from the edge of the box, turned away by a fingertip save from Gonda. Nothing to split the sides in Hiratsuka. A point apiece then. More top stuff coming for you when we return. Thanks for staying with us here on the J1 League Goal Zone. Kawasaki were in a hurry to get back to winning ways, and they were headed to the island of Honshu. Sanfrecce had more draws than anyone else in the J1 League with 10, and they were now up against the unbeaten Frontale. The defending champions had hardly been troubled all season, and it would seem unlikely that they'd run into problems in Hiroshima. However, it was Sanfrecce who struck first. Kosei Shibasaki's cross finds the unmarked Yoshifumi Kashiwa, and that's a surprise early lead for the home team. Looking to make it 2-0, Junior Santos through ball finds Ezekiel, but he's pushed a little bit too far wide to make a big impression on Jung-Sun Ryong. Here's the latest innovation in defensive and offensive wars for you, all a bit anticlimactic in the end. as was this effort on goal from Daiya Tono after some good work from Akihiro Ienaga. It was a long, hard battle for Kawasaki to get back into this one. Ryo Hatate holds the ball up in the penalty area, finds Leandro Damiao, and they draw level in the 73rd minute. But could they find a winner deep into stoppage time? Hatate's header safely into the hands of Kaisuke Osako, and this one ends 1-1, Frontale maintaining their unbeaten record. Moving to the other end of the table now, Tokushima came into this match in some better form, one loss in their last three. Urawa snapped a 2-game losing streak and were tucked behind the top 5, waiting to pounce. The first chance for Vortis came midway through the first half. Yuki Kakita with the header, and that's a superb diving save from Shusaku Nishikawa. And just 1 minute later, Nishikawa was at it again, this time denying a deflected effort from Ken Iwao. After the break, Urawa attacking down the left-hand side. The cross comes in from Takahiro Akimoto. Kasper Juncker gets his head to the ball, but not too tricky for Kami Fukumoto. Just a minute later though, Kakita advances for Vortis. He goes alone, and a tame-looking shot comes back off the upright. Still no goals here in the 62nd minute. Koyo Yuruki pulls the ball back for Takahiro Sakine, who just manages to get the ball out from under his feet for the opening goal of the game. The only chance for Vortis to get back into this one came in the 74th minute. Joel Fujita's pass finds Masaki Watai, and his curling effort just over the bar. 3 points to the Urawa Red Diamonds. A big loss to the Marinos extended Oita's losing streak to 3, and that saw them firmly ensconced in the relegation zone. Consadole had won 3 of their last 5, and back-to-back successes had seen them move into the top half of the table.
Here it comes. Oh, and it's in there. And it's been tucked away by Hiroto Goya. He had to stoop to Konka to get his head on that one. Didn't look at first glance as if he was particularly well marked. And enough room just to duck down. Actually, he was quite well marked, but he did so well just to change direction a couple of times as the ball was on its way to him. It's a nice reverse pass. And an opportunity here, and that's well saved by the goalkeeper's chest. It was absolutely drilled at him by Ogashiwa. The pass to Ogashiwa was a fantastic one. Came over his shoulder. He took it first time. And Shun Takagi was in the right place at the right time, stood strong. Looking for the equaliser then, gets his head to the ball, and well saved from Takagi, who just seconds earlier was lying on his back fighting for his breath. Diving away to his right. It was a firm head that Okamura got to that ball. Decent cross, wasn't it, as well, from Fukumori. And he goes in the box, so as Bothroyd heads it down. 1 touch, 2 touches, and it's in there. And it's Ogashiwa. And Hokkaido have got their equaliser, and finally there's a look of relief on the face of Mihailo Petrovic. Really well worked goal, wasn't it? Ball comes across, knocked down by Bothroyd, and a little bit of urgency and pace from Ogashiwa, but in the end, an absolutely delicate touch to just pop it over the goalkeeper. So we're all square. And how will that change the character of this second half? It's been a frenetic 22 minutes or so in this second period. Tanaka, got another fine game. Referee has the whistle in his mouth, and it's all over. And in the end, you have to say it was probably a fair result. This one finishes. Oita Trinita 1, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 1.
Another relegation-mired team, Yokohama, had collected 8 points from their last 4, but still hadn't found a way off the bottom. Despite Cerezo's lack of form, which had seen them winless in their last 7, facing the bottom club meant a chance to end that streak. An early chance here in the 5th minute for Cerezo. Tatsuhiro Sakamoto's cross finds Hiraoki Okuno, his left-footed shot saved. And it was Yokohama who would take the lead in the 19th minute. Tatsuki Seiko puts the ball in the box. Kazumo Watanabe turns and slots that one past the goalkeeper. In the 30th minute, Yokohama looking to add a second. Maguinho running through on goal, and just as we think he might pass the ball back, he fires, scores, but the linesman had his flag off. Maguinho had run into an offside position. 9 minutes from half-time and a free kick to Cerezo, taken by Yusuke Maruhashi. Thiago rises highest and levels the score. And what a turnaround this would be. Just 3 minutes later they were in front, and it was that man Thiago again, jumping highest from the corner. With the bit between their teeth, they were now looking to make it 3 just before the break. Maruhashi from distance, palmed away by Sven Brodersen. Looking to make it 3 on the other side of the break, a good run from Hiroshi Kiyotake, the captain. He finds Tatsuhiro Sakamoto, and Cerezo now have a comfortable lead. Looking to make that lead even more comfortable in the 71st minute, Yuta Toyokawa bursts through, but Hideto Takahashi was sent off for this challenge on the last man. Final score here, 3-1 to the home team. Nagoya and Avispa both recorded wins in the previous weekend, and that broke a winless run of 8 games for both sides. So they'd be looking to make it consecutive victories, and both were equally capable of doing so. 5 minutes in and a good break down the left-hand side from Ryoya Morishita, his shot though palmed away by the goalkeeper. 30 minutes later at the other end of the field, Langerek had to be equally attentive, this time denying Emil Salomonson. Morishita was at it again 4 minutes before the break, but Masaki Murakami again in the right place at the right time. The breakthrough came in the 49th minute. Nagoya's Jakob Schwierschok curling one into the top corner. Possibly the goal of the weekend, but did it perhaps take a slight deflection off the defender's knee? Looking to make it 2 now on the hour mark. Yoichiro Kakitani drives one at the goalkeeper. Murakami pushes this one out for a corner. And Langerek in goal did his part to save the 3 points. Punching away the first assault on goal and then gathering the second, Nagoya take the win. Another hat-trick hero from the Marinos, thumping Vegalta 5-0. Kobe edged out Kashima by a goal, and Sagan ran out comfortable 3-1 winners against Kashiwa at home. Shonan and Shimizu played out a 1-1 draw, while Sanfrecce held Kawasaki to the same scoreline. Urawa victorious on the road against Fortis, while Yokohama took another beating, this time at the hands of Cerezo. Almost a blip on Frontale's record then, but the leaders managed to maintain their unbeaten run. Their gap at the top is only 4 points now. The Marinos hot on their heels. It's all very tight at the top then. Kobe stay on course for their first top 4 finish in club history, with a game in hand that could see them move into that third and final spot for Champions League qualification. Gamba and Kashiwa took a hit this round and dropped down the table, but they can still count themselves fortunate to be in some clear air ahead of the drop zone. Oita and Yokohama, both with 16 losses this season, will likely need a miracle to have any chance of salvaging their poor campaign. That's a wrap for this edition of the J1 League Goal Zone. We hope you've enjoyed all the action here. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you again in just a few short days.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification.